Party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show here at Studio 22, the mothership, with a crazy dog running all over the place. Man, she is wired for sound.
It's like she knew that the show was.
She knew. She came right up and sat right down. It's funny how she just kind of when it's time for the show, she just comes and chills. But I don't know that she's going to do that today.
Mark's like, roll camera, and she runs and.
Puppet awesome. Master Mark, flying us into the nether regions of all things insanity and hyperactivity. This dog is crazy. She's pooping on Allie Stuckey's set over there. I think she did, actually, Candace. We'll check that later on. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Happy Tuesday. It's crazy. Tomorrow, Donald Trump will not be the president of the United States. Joe Biden will be. And let me just tell you guys, you got to quit with this Trump cult obsession, all right? You got to stop all that. It's obnoxious. Look, I've said over and over and over again, the problem that I have with everything going on, it's not about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a man. Donald Trump is just one man, right? And I appreciate what Donald Trump did. I appreciate what Donald Trump accomplished, but he's just one man. He wasn't going to stay in there forever, guys. So you got to stop this Trump cult following and coming up with all these conspiracies because you just look like a bunch of crackpots. It is time to hunker down and be Americans. You got to hunker down and be patriots. And we got to fight hard to make sure that we save our Constitution and save our Republic. Party Foul Steve's doing his part over there at the pub. He hasn't had a drink since Thursday of last week. Was that last Thursday?
Yeah, last Thursday.
Last Thursday.
Not on
Look
purpose.
at you.
It's just I was doing the home duty while Tony was in Vegas.
Well, my mother would be very proud of you.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, pretty much every day. Oh, hot news, Natalie. How are you, girl?
I'm good.
Is that a love your melon hat?
I know you were looking at. My hair's dirty, so this is a good way to.
Oh, your hair is dirty.
It's cold outside.
I don't know how you girl. Do you take a shower like once a week?
I don't wash my hair every day. I know some women do, but stop.
Yeah, you got to build up all that crap in it so you can do stuff with it.
No, I just once it's styled, I don't want to.
Oh.
You
sleep
effort.
on it though.
I do, but my hair isn't super oily, so I can go a few days without.
You sleep with it propped up like this?
Yeah, I look like a princess.
You sleep with those curlers in your hair. I don't know how women do that. Like roll your hair every night before you go to bed.
I have some Velcro rollers, but I take them out before I go to sleep.
Yeah, look at this dog. She's trying to dig a hole right here on the set, Mark. It's almost like this. Unbelievable. It's almost like this dog gets catnip or something like that.
Yes.
What are you high on, dog? Willie is alive and well, guys.
Yeah.
Everybody worries about Willie. Nobody asks about Cash in June.
Just growing family.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but.
That's a good point.
Man, we got a lot of stuff to get into today. It's a crazy world we're living in, Party Foul Steve. How are you going to survive in a Biden presidency?
I'll make it.
You make it? You'll be all right?
I made it through Clinton. I made it through Obama.
Dude, we were...
Come on.
We were with a friend recently, and they started crying over this whole thing. And Crying. And I said... And I remember back in 92, I had a friend when I was at the University of Georgia when Bill Clinton got elected. And I had a friend, she started crying when they announced the election results. And I'm like, take it easy, Tiger. Take it easy. If people would get that passionate about their local politics and taking care, instead of what figurehead is in the White House, get passionate about what you're doing locally. Get passionate about what you're doing in your own home. And then you can start counting the steps all the way up to Washington, D.C. But Washington, D.C. is closed off. Apparently, liberals do believe in walls.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know. And it's funny, Steve, last night you made the comment about them not having, live rounds. I mean, you were absolutely right. These National Guardsmen that are there, which are apparently a lot of white supremacists. It's an overly white group. What I heard on the news this morning.
Yeah, they're talking about 75%, I think, of the military white males that did not vote for Biden.
Yeah. And by the way, Joe Biden is overly white, too. Yeah. So I don't know what you guys are worried about.
Just think about those numbers in the military and then take those same numbers and put it in the general population and tell me how Biden was elected.
Yeah, you can't do it. And by the way, if you want to vet these National Guardsmen or these soldiers or whoever's there, and you want to start removing conservatives from military service, good luck with that.
That's a disgrace to our military. What that was he a senator that said that?
Yeah.
And even Abbott, our own governor, kind of spoke out against.
Ripped him a new ass, and I'm glad
as he should.
Abbott did. Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas, for now. And so I mean, if you take conservatives out of the military, everybody in the military ain't conservative. We have this false notion that everybody in the military is. They're not. Of course,
Correct.
they're not. Steve, you were a Marine. You saw plenty of that.
Yeah. I would say, in my dealings, I would maybe there is a majority are conservatives versus, but you never talk politics.
Right.
We never, I didn't know what any of the guys that were, by my side, I didn't know who they voted for president. I mean, we made a lot of fun when Clinton was elected and stuff, and that kind of went back and forth because that was the don't ask, don't tell kind of thing. And but other than jokes here and there, there was nobody took any that serious.
All right, we got a lot to get into before we go to the break. I know what's going to make you happy, though, and it's not going to be a Joe Biden presidency, but getting a good credit score. The average American has 97 points that they can add to their credit score right now. 97 points, but they don't know how to get them. ScoreMaster is where you go. They know how. ScoreMaster isn't credit repair, it's credit science, and it helps get your points fast. In fact, the average ScoreMaster user adds 61 points in just 20 days or less, and getting your plus points fast can save you a fortune before you apply for a loan or a credit card. Maybe you're refinancing your home or buying a car. ScoreMaster is great for business owners who use their credit score to finance their business. ScoreMaster is even great for mortgage brokers who need an edge and love getting their clients better deals. ScoreMaster is great for everybody. I'm using it, and I'm excited about it. It even shows you the score consequences of if you spend too much or identity theft. No one else does what they do. I want you to enroll. You can do it in just a matter of minutes and see how many points you can add to your credit score and how fast. Visit scoremaster.com/Chad. That's scoremaster.com/Chad. We'll be right back. Look at me looking at ScoreMaster. I love ScoreMaster.
I thought
Pretty
you were
awesome.
on Instagram.
I'm a numbers guy, sort of. As long as I don't have to add them or multiply them or divide them.
Right. That's tricky.
Yeah. I don't like what's X and Y? I don't understand. Ew. That's English. That's not math. Oh, man. Let's get right into the stupid. Mark, play clip number 1. Please.
In some ways, I would regard this as more concerning, not just from a sort of, obviously I'm an American, not just from a cultural perspective, but more of a practitioner's perspective. So let's go back to the thing that we all know, that is Al-Qaeda, ISIS, 9/11. There are characteristics to this that are more troubling. Number one, breadth. I know where to go after the Al-Qaeda and ISIS guys. They have a nerve center. ISIS, obviously, is Syria. Al-Qaeda was the tribal areas of Pakistan. There's no nerve center here. Number two, numbers. At any one time, we might at 7 a.m., 7:15 a.m. with the FBI director be briefing, let's say, a half a dozen major cases across the United States. I guarantee you that virtually every county in this country has some sort of extremist presence of the kind that we saw on January 6th. So breadth is a big problem. And let me close with a simple problem. Civil liberties. Going after ISIS in front of a judge or a congressional committee is pretty easy. That's an ISIS member. I'm going to go up on their email, on their phone, and I'm going to get human surveillance on them. How do I say, Christy, that I want to go up on your neighbor because he's a QAnon member? This is something Americans have not confronted, and it's going to get ugly.
What in the fresh hell?
Okay. That's the ultimate Karen.
I mean, you're going to tell me
Wow.
that rioters, quote unquote, insurrectionists, a handful of people, you're going to liken them to ISIS?
More dangerous.
Say they're more dangerous than ISIS?
Yeah.
Have you been around ISIS? For crying out loud? Who's cutting whose heads off? I mean, this is stupid. Now, are all Muslims extremists?
No.
No.
Of course not.
But what do we do? People say, well, you can't say that all Muslims, you can't lump all Muslims. Remember the whole travel ban thing? Oh, there's a travel ban on Muslims. No, there was never a travel ban on Muslims. It was on nations that sponsored terror. Okay? That's where the travel bans were. Well, you can't lump them all in there and say that the extremists that represent all Muslims. Okay, well then how in the F can you say that if several hundred people that go into the Capitol, half of which are like a bunch of tourists taking pictures.
Right.
You're going to tell me that represents 75 million Trump supporters? Now, I know what people are going to say. Chad, you have, you've lumped all of the left in there together for years. Yep. Because all of you kill babies. So I lump you all together. You want pro-choice, that's murder to me. So yeah, I'm going to lump you all together. And people are like, oh, okay, blah, 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 blah. No, just prove me wrong. Right? I lump them all together. But you can't say that everybody that's a conservative in this country makes up a group of people that is more dangerous than ISIS.
Well, he referred it to a QAnon neighbor. That all QAnon is your neighbor next door.
Well, you don't know who they are.
Yes.
Ooh, I'm scared of theories on the internet. Ooh.
Everybody knows who their crazy neighbor is. Everybody has one.
And if you don't, it's because you're it.
Yeah.
And you know what's stupid? You know what's real stupid is I hate when Bill Maher is the voice of reason. Did you see on his politically incorrect or whatever it's called? Play number 2, Mark.
Let's not confuse 5,000 people with 74 million. Excuse me. Yes, even supporting the insurrection in spirit is, well, deplorable. But there's a difference between holding illiberal beliefs and acting violently on them. At least that's what they always told me about Islamic terrorism. I keep wrestling on this show with the hard question of how do Americans, all of us, learn to share a country with you can't stand? I've preached, and still do, that you can hate Trump, but not all the people who like him. And as counterintuitive as it may seem, you can like something run by without being one yourself.
He's not entirely wrong.
No,
He's
right.
It's a voice of reason.
It is a voice of reason.
I mean, I know Bill Maher doesn't like, he's not a conservative.
Nope.
I mean, I know that. He hates Trump. I get that.
And I'm cool with that.
And I really don't give a shit who you like and hate. I really don't care. But to lump everybody in and start villainizing a group of people in this country, they've done it already, man. And let me tell you something. I said this yesterday on the News and Why It Matters. They've already conditioned us to lockdowns and quarantines.
Mm-hmm.
The next step is they're going to start being selective about who they lock down and who they quarantine. What businesses get shut down, what people get limited in their travel, which people can buy and sell, can trade, can bank, can do all of these things. It's just another step. I can't get into my own damn bank without an appointment, which is impossible to get, to go in and transact business because of this coronavirus. What happens when they decide, hey, now we're going to be selective on who can come in here based on your political affiliations or the things you believe in? Because you're a member of ISIS. You're a hate group. You've engaged in hate speech. And the thought police comes at you and says, well, you're a conservative, so you must be a white supremacist. I've never done anything that demonstrates that, but you must be. And therefore, we're going to judge you because you're a white guy that wears a cowboy hat and drives a truck and has a dog. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about. And it's irritating the piss out of me that we're allowing these morons like Phil Mudd to even have a platform. You want to talk about, look, I believe in free speech even when I don't agree with it. But they say some real dumb stuff sometimes. And we're going to continue giving credence. Screw CNN. MSNBC can lump it. Screw Fox News. Screw all of them. They're enemies of the state. I'm telling you, the media, I agree with Ocasio-Cortez. Reel them bastards in. Reel those bastards in. The media has become a joke. They're not journalists anymore. They're not. At the end of a news story, if I know your opinion on something,
all subjective.
It wasn't news.
That's right. Subjective.
Objectivity, folks. That's the deal.
It's gone.
It's gone. Now I got to listen to Don Lemon say that we're all Klansmen. or we're all Nazis because we voted for Trump. You son of a bitch. Shut up. Reel that crap in. That exacerbates the problem. You want to talk about inciting violence?
That's right.
You keep saying this shit, and you are inciting violence. Because you're going to awaken a sleeping bear. Because by and large, these folks in the middle of America that you elites hate so much, they really just want to be left the F alone. But you keep poking them. Keep on poking them. And you think that little Capitol riot was some shit. You wait till the real shit hits the fan. Because I promise you, these people in America, true Americans, they don't want your elitist bullshit. They don't want it. And they're not going to have it. They're not going to tolerate it. They don't want socialism. They don't want communism. Americans aren't going to stand in line for government cheese. They're just not going to do it. They will bust your ass. They ain't going to do it. I'm going to stand there and wait for somebody to hand me a stale piece of bread? Go yourself.
Mark that.
I'm sick of it. I am absolutely just sick of it. I mean, y'all kiss my ass. That's my new favorite phrase. Kiss my ass. Don Lemon, Jake Tapper, Fredo Cuomo, Phil Mudd, all these jackasses, Brian Stelter, kiss my ass. And I'll tell you, I don't care who you are on Fox News either. Y'all kiss my ass. All of you. I don't trust nobody but the Blaze anymore. And I ain't sure about Glenn Beck.
Chad Prather has been committed to conversion therapy.
I ain't sure about Glenn Beck, man.
It's interesting because you
Super gear, man, that guy.
You say stuff like that, you know, just you're going to sleep a poking, or you're going to poke a sleeping bear.
Yeah.
Is that a threat, Chad Prather?
Is that a threat?
Is that a threat?
Yes!
No,
it's human nature. Read a history book. I'm so tired of it. See, I can't say these things on the News and Why It Matters because it's too late in the day, and Mark gets pissed off because he's like, I don't have time to edit this. But I said yesterday on the News and Why, I don't have enough cuss words for this crap. I don't. My mom's like, you can get your point across without cussing. No, I can't, Mom. They want to come after us. They want to put you in a camp. They want to re-educate you. They want to take your children. They talk about kids in cages, and then they're going to turn around and say, no, we got to re-educate and reprogram and reset the children of Trump supporters. These hypocrites can kiss my ass.
So what you're saying is Anderson Cooper and Don Lemon are all for conversion camps?
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
Oh. You want the therapy. I mean, no, seriously. And everybody watching this, listen, most of you agree with me. Most of you are pissed off. You don't know what to do about it. I said it in the opening. First of all, stop being obsessed with Donald Trump. Stop. Tomorrow, Donald Trump is no longer the president of the United States. Now, they're going to still talk about him.
Oh, yeah.
Because they got to keep rubbing the wound. They got to keep pouring salt on it.
Well, they're going to have to pussyfoot around his policies, because some of those policies that he did put in place, they're going to be kind of for.
Yeah, well, look at Joe Biden. You got 8,000 migrants coming up here from Guatemala.
Right now.
Honduras.
Right now.
They come from Honduras. Yeah,
Honduras,
they came through Guatemala.
Yep.
You're right, because they got away from the hurricane. And they're going to come up here. They're trying to get here. And Joe says, not yet.
Wait.
Not a good time.
Wait, what do you mean?
We're not taking guests at the time.
What, I'm confused.
Aren't you?
That's confused. That is.
Yeah.
That's confusing.
That's what he said. Joe Biden and his top official said, now's not a good time, guys.
Is it not?
Is it not? The guy that's built a wall around the Capitol, around the White House, they've erected all this crap up there, suddenly doesn't want walls. And he wants to give amnesty to over 11 million. Get this phraseology. People who are here without legal status. That's what I read in the news this morning. Without legal status. That's illegal. That's what that word is. They're illegal without legal status. You want to talk about dancing around some bullshit? They're illegal. They broke the rules. If I don't pay my taxes, guess what? I go to jail. If I don't fill out all the forms and dot all the I's and cross all the T's, I go to jail.
Right.
If I lie to the government about something, ask General Flynn. You go to jail. You lose everything. But these people are here illegally, and we're going to give them amnesty. And if you think there's only 11 million of them here, you are full of crap. Stupid. And Joe Biden says, oh, yeah, no. Give them amnesty. Like within the first day.
Mm-hmm.
Like tomorrow. He wants to sign all these executive orders. Put us back in the Paris Climate Accord. That's like saying, I'm the only one paying the HOA dues.
Yes.
I'm paying my homeowners association. I'm the only one. But my neighbors, you guys, y'all don't pay shit. But I'm the one who's got to foot the bill for the entire neighborhood. That's what the Paris Climate Accord is. And it doesn't do a damn thing.
And your truck's up on blocks.
Whoa! Doesn't do a damn thing.
Nope.
Anyway, I'm tired of it. I ain't apologizing because I'm unapologetic. Hey, even in the new year, it's hard to start a new routine. But if you're one of the 34% of Americans who made a resolution to be less stressed, Headspace, it's here to help. I need Headspace, Candace. I need Headspace real bad. Headspace is your daily dose of mindfulness in the form of guided meditations in an easy-to-use app. It's one of the only meditation apps advancing the field of mindfulness and meditation through clinically validated research. So whatever the situation, Headspace really can help you feel better. If you're overwhelmed, Headspace has 3-minute SOS meditation for you. If you need some help falling asleep, Headspace has wind down sessions that their members swear by. And for parents, Headspace even has morning meditations you can do with your kids. So Headspace's approach to mindfulness can reduce stress, improve sleep, boost focus, and increase your overall sense of well-being. Headspace is backed by 25 published studies on its benefits, 600,000 5-star reviews, and over 60 million downloads. Headspace makes it easy for you to build a life-changing meditation practice with mindfulness that works for you on your schedule, anytime, anywhere. You deserve to feel better and happier, and Headspace is meditation made simple. Go to headspace.com/Chad. That's headspace.com/Chad for a free 1-month trial with access to Headspace's full library of meditations for every situation. This is the best deal offered right now. Head to headspace.com/Chad. We'll be right back. Joe Biden. What a joke. The whole thing's a joke.
He's still going to be your president.
Yep. You know what? You gonna get that vaccine?
No, not right now. Maybe. I mean, I just got a flu shot.
Where is it that a
Whatever.
where did you say, Steve?
Southern California, they had a batch of the one of the things that they've had a high number of anaphylactic shock, so or whatever you call it.
Yeah,
Y'all go ahead and dope yourselves up. New York Post has an article. Says now that the COVID-19 vaccines are here, it's time to celebrate the beginning of the end of the plague. Right? Not so fast. Vaccinated people still need to wear a mask. Vaccinated people still need to wear the mask because those with high viral loads could be even worse spreaders. That's what Dr. Yvonne Maldonado of the American Academy of Pediatrics
I don't
said.
get it.
If they're shooting you with a dead virus, you shouldn't get it, right?
Well, here's what happens. The fear arises from studies done on monkeys, which found that some vaccinated monkeys didn't get sick but still carried the novel coronavirus in their noses.
Gosh.
But wait, those monkeys were intentionally exposed to massive amounts of virus and still had less virus than unvaccinated animals. Maybe don't intentionally expose yourself to massive amounts of the virus. How about that?
Maybe you should get it over with.
Just trust me, folks. It's here to stay. It's here to stay because we're not going to do anything about it because we're a bunch of wusses.
I think it all ends tomorrow.
You do?
Yeah,
He's going to make us
They're already
wear
figured-
masks.
I know what I
No,
said
we've got
earlier
the
is true.
100
It becomes selective now.
Yeah,
It becomes selective. They get to pick and choose who they lock down, who they shut down, Who they quarantine?
He's going to do a 100-day mask mandate, right?
Yeah,
think?
he's trying to walk that back, but he's still going to do it.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a challenge.
Challenge.
Yeah,
He knows
okay.
he can't do it because it's unconstitutional, but he wants
Right.
the governors to do it.
He said all federal buildings, it'll be mandatory.
Oh, gosh.
Man, oh man. Anyway, here's the deal. Pretty good article, New York Post. Candace gave it to me. It's an op-ed piece telling the deplorables to shut up only feeds extremism. Well, I've kind of been telling y'all that. I'm sorry, you can't. I condemned what happened the day it happened. I condemned what happened at the Capitol.
Yep.
Okay. Everybody kept telling me I was a wuss. I wasn't willing to stand for anything. But I remind you guys what I said yesterday in the words of Martin Luther King Jr., that riots are not revolutionary. They're not. They don't accomplish anything. They don't. It's a very short-term deal. And now you see the ramifications of what's going on with the whole thing. And you're like, oh, these patriots stormed. No, they weren't patriots. They were a bunch of assholes that I believe were set up to do this whole thing. And a number of them were set up and yeah, they were incited to do it, but it wasn't by Trump. We'll probably never know. I mean,
But you had
they're scooping them people up, though.
You had
Arrest
the entire left and left news media that I would say they incited some of the Black Lives Matter riots and stuff like that.
I blame the media for everything. Media's the enemy. Telling you. I said 25 years ago, you can't have 24-hour, 7 days a week news. You run out of things to talk about. So you have to start manufacturing the news. You have to create things to talk about. That's why you get on there. All they talked about in 2020 was the damn coronavirus. That's all they talked about on the news. That's all they talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then, a little blurb about a riot here or there, or George Floyd. But at the end of the day, no matter what you were watching on the news, they had the lines running about the death totals and everything else from.
They're still
COVID.
running.
They're still
constant death
Yeah.
totals on the right side of the screen at all times on CNN.
They're gonna light up the Lincoln Memorial and the pool, the reflecting pool, tonight. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris to honor those who were, as the news says, killed by COVID.
Yeah,
they didn't die from it; they were killed by it.
And those numbers still are the really
ain't
close
nobody
to the
had the
average
flu this year.
every year. The average deaths every year is pretty much right along those lines.
It stayed right along those lines. Actually, there were less in 2020.
Going back to the Capitol sitch, I've seen quite, especially
Whatevs.
locally, people that who they've named the names of people that they've arrested. A couple of locals, a realtor here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, a guy out of Grapevine, just some. But do you remember them ever naming the rioters from the summer? Like, oh, we finally arrested this guy who broke in. We finally arrested that guy. I'm asking, do you all remember them naming?
No.
All I saw were celebrities bailing them out.
They bailed them out. Kamala Harris
Of jail.
bailing them out, funding
So
that.
just it's a double standard, guys. And I'm not
Where we
condoning
living?
either one of them.
Where we living in. My mom doesn't understand why I cuss. This is why I cuss. I feel like I'm banging my head up against a freaking wall.
Frustrating.
At this point. I just this is a deal. I mean, I haven't quit. Listen, I'm more determined than ever to save this country. I really am. To be more outspoken, to keep. I mean, Elijah Schaefer and Kezia, God bless them, they couldn't go home for days because they were doing no-knock warrants or no-knock arrests. They were doing. I mean, they were going out and picking people up. Elijah didn't know if he was going to get arrested at any given time. Yesterday, he had to turn his cell phone over to legal here at Blaze. A lot of stuff going on, man, and it's just insane. He is a credentialed journalist who was on the scene, on the grounds. You know, Brian Stelter, he lauded those people and said those heroic journalists that were on the ground, that were willing to get in there and cover all of that stuff. But yet they want to come after Elijah Schaefer.
When the journalists on the left were trying to promote it and trying to encourage people to go in.
Hey, our guys over at Patriot Mobile, speaking of Patriots, I love those guys. They just expanded their coverage, which is very, very good news. They did it dramatically, which will make it easier for even more Americans to dump the big-name carriers who charge way too much and then donate money to leftists, and they do. People like Verizon, people don't even realize. I gave Elijah a hard time yesterday because I said, you realize you just went to Verizon and bought a cell phone, and they give their money to Planned Parenthood, and people don't realize that. I'm proud, and I just outed Elijah on that. I'm proud to partner with Patriot Mobile because they never sent a penny to the left. They never will. They will never silence you, and they are America's only Christian conservative wireless provider. Plus, you can switch with confidence because they use the same network as the large providers but charge much less. Switching is easy. Keep your phone number, bring your own phone, or buy a new one. Build your own bundle with multi-line discounts to save even more. Just go to patriotmobile.com/Chad. Call their U.S.-based customer service team, 972-PATRIOT. That's 972-PATRIOTS. And if you're a veteran or first responder, you'll save even more. Get the free Premier activation where they set up the phone for you and a special gift with the offer code CHAD. I spell it Chad. Go to patriotmobile.com/Chad. Do it today. You have to be careful what you call food now, by the way, because you can't culturally appropriate other cultures.
Oh.
So like
Mexican food?
Yeah. So
Chinese
like
food.
if you have Korean style fried chicken,
Okay.
Shake Shack does that. They're getting criticism over that.
That's bullshit.
It is.
Well, it's bullshit.
That's dumb.
American bullshit.
So
That's dumb.
So what they're doing is
it hurting the food's feelings? But that's what it is. And
I mean, they
it's
literally
almost
call their like a Chinese food restaurant.
a Chinese food
food
restaurant.
But is it being cooked by Chinese people?
Usually,
Mine is.
Yeah, that can be done.
Yeah.
But if you're a white guy
uh-huh,
and you have a Mexican restaurant
uh-huh,
and you're a Mexican chef,
uh-huh,
but you're a white guy,
uh-huh,
you can't do that.
you can.
You got to call that out.
No.
You got to call out
You're
if
still
they
making
serve
Mexican
Italian,
food.
Greek, or Mexican omelets. No, you can't do that.
No, that's dumb.
Yeah. You can't even use the word ethnic anymore, by the way. That's a forbidden word.
Is that offensive?
Yeah.
Almost as offensive as Oriental.
The rug? Okay.
So you got non-Mexican chef Rick Bayless, who is hailed as the best, quote, Mexican chef in the United States for his great Topolambampo in Chicago, one of President Barack Obama's favorite places. Can't do that.
What's the problem?
He's
white.
not Mexican.
But the food is.
I make some of the best carne asada that you've ever had. I'm not Mexican.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I learned from Mexicans, but you know.
I want off this planet. Play number 4, Mark.
We had to ask about that fashion choice, surely a first for a vice president. The Converse Chuck Taylor sneakers, the Chucks.
I gotta tell you, when you walked in, I checked out, is she wearing them? You're not wearing your Chucks today.
No.
What is the story?
It became a story. I've always worn Chucks.
It's my casual.
It's my casual go-to. I grew up with Chucks. I just love them. They're comfortable.
I can attest. There is several closets full of them.
He's exaggerating.
Several.
Yeah, this wasn't just something that she started doing on the campaign. And when I met her, it was Chucks and jeans. When she met the kids, and
What did it say to you?
she's down to earth. People ask me all the time, like, what's she really like? I said, she's shockingly normal. I think that is really an extension of who she really is.
I'm sure a lot of people ask Doug what she's really like.
She's down.
She's down
to
to earth. She's shockingly normal. Yeah. But she's got multiple closets full of Chucks.
Yeah.
He's exaggerating.
He's exaggerating. I'm a politician, Doug.
No.
You can't say shit like that.
Yeah.
Her shoes are the last thing I'm worried about. I don't care what shoes she wears.
Yeah.
She's very capitalistic for a socialist.
I mean, it looked cute coming off the plane, but we don't. I mean,
Yeah, who cares?
Even with
She's on the cover of Vogue magazine.
Even with our first lady right now, beautiful. It's just that's not the topic at hand that we should even be discussing.
It'd be cool though to just see them in wouldn't you like to see Melania in some sweats and maybe some yoga pants?
One of my button-ups.
She make it look hot. She make it look hot.
Just your button up.
That's all I need. Play number 5, Mark.
What do you do about people who are in the government who don't believe in our way of government?
It is so shocking. Not only are they not conceding, Bill, but there's thoughts that there might have been some collusion among members of Congress. Some are refusing to go through magnometers or whatever you call them to check for weapons. They're not wearing masks during the siege. I mean, it's really bizarre, isn't it, when you think about how AWOL so many of these members of Congress have gotten. But I also think some of them are believing the garbage that they are being fed 24/7 on the internet by their constituents, and they bought into this big lie. And the question is, how are we going to really almost deprogram these people who have signed up for the cult of Trump?
You're not going to. Shut up.
Say the same thing about her.
It's
you're drinking the garbage that you're hearing.
That goes both ways. She's talking. She has to be talking to both the far right and far left. You can't. Moron.
She can't see past her own ignorance to realize that you're exactly right, Steve.
Yep.
Come on.
Candace, can we deprogram you? Can we do an experiment and just see if we can deprogram you? I think that would be a fun little experiment.
I think they already have tried that over in Germany and some other, countries in the past.
They have a little concentration camp set up in Germany now for people who are not wearing their masks and refuse to quarantine. So, Candace, how do you feel about this deprogramming process? We'll start with the waterboarding. See where it goes from there. Your microphone work? No? Oh, well. Can you just tell I'm over it? Just look at me. Just look at me. Look at my body posture right here. Just look at it. I'm running for governor in 2022. What am I? Am I stupid?
You're just a normal, regular guy with 300 pair of boots.
I got multiple closets full of boots.
He's exaggerating.
I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating.
It's more guns that he has bunches of.
That is multiple closets.
Yeah. Safes.
That's how I feel about it. Just pick my nose and get the food out of my teeth. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter anymore.
It's a normal
Flick
guy.
it away.
Hot news, it doesn't matter. Just whatever.
Down to earth.
Capitol Police are handling the riot shrouded in secrecy. Yeah. The cops are on high alert. There's a pro-gun rally in Virginia. Garth Brooks is performing for Biden's inauguration.
Oh.
What's that costing us? Is it $10 million?
Probably a lot. Yeah.
Is that
people are like, oh my God, Garth, he's a liberal for crying out loud.
Yeah.
Y'all hang tight. We'll be right back. Let me tell you what encourages me, what I feel positive about, and that's our viewers and our listeners. If you listen to this podcast, even if you watch it, I want you to go to where audio-only podcasts are offered. For instance, go to Apple Podcasts. You can go to Stitcher. You can go to SoundCloud. You can go to all these different places. I don't know where. We're everywhere, right? And find the Chad Prather Show. Leave us a rating and a review. 5 stars only. But leave us a review because I don't like the fact that Allie Stuckey is ahead of me in the rankings. I don't like that. I love Allie, but no. I don't like us being out of the top 100. I like us to be up there. And the only thing that does that is when people give us a rating and review.
Yeah, because you're having great viewership.
We get great numbers. We get great numbers. I mean, obviously, we get great numbers. I mean, to even be ranked, I mean, it's a great, and I'm fully appreciative of the people who listen to and watch this show. We just have fun with it. And I know people think, oh, you got to calm down. We're having fun. We just have fun. But I'm going to start reading a couple of the reviews, and who knows, if you'll go over there and leave a review, you might be one of the ones that we read on the show.
I'm going to leave one.
You should read my review.
Here's one. I'm not sure how I survived before I discovered the Chad Prather Show. What a dark and boring time that was. Sometimes this podcast is the only good thing about my day. Keep up the great work, guys. Love y'all. AB Wills 88. I love that. Yes. Here's another one. Daily dose of common sense. I look forward to this podcast every day. I can always count on Chad and friends, that's y'all, to be entertaining and informative. Gypsy's Soul.
And friends. Yeah.
Your friends. Your and others.
And others.
This is the most real and meaningful podcast I've found. Chad is himself and absolutely nothing else. And his guests are always treated with respect and have great outlooks on the world. This is the show I can't wait for every day. Anton Hicks, S. Hicks. So thank you guys for those ratings and those reviews. And I encourage you, we're going to start doing that on the regular, reading out some of those. I think you guys should go leave us a good review. I'm
going to find some there where they talk about Steve and me,
no,
Lisa.
We won't do that.
I think only my review mentions me.
Yeah,
but I think you should read some of you need to screenshot some of the trolls that watch this on the YouTube channel and screenshot some of their things and read them
back
to them. That'd be
good. Yeah. Sometimes we have to block the trolls in the live chat and stuff. And then a lot of stuff. Let me tell you guys, if you're watching this, let me just give you a little tip. FAC, or like our FAC pack, FAC gets tagged as an abusive comment. So a lot of times when people mention the word FAC, it becomes a hidden, and I have to unhide it.
Oh.
And if you curse or you talk about beating somebody's ass or something like that, it's a hidden comment. I have to unhide it. I try to let all the speech come through, but if you're using anything that's an expletive or saying something strongly, just know that people are probably not seeing your comments, so you got to keep it courteous. And if you're a troll, we'll hide you. We'll put you in timeout pretty quick.
Okay.
Because we just don't believe
unicorns, rainbows.
Nah, we don't need all that.
Okay.
I'm just letting people know that as a moderator, that's what I see.
Okay.
I want to be a moderator on your page.
Do you?
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared of that.
Okay.
That's why, right there, Natalie. That's why.
I always text you and say, "Hey, you have a troll on here."
Yeah. Well, that's every day.
Because I watch.
It does mean a lot to receive those positive reviews and that they love the show.
And I do want people to go on there and leave some reviews about Natalie. People get upset when Natalie's not on the show.
That's
There's
very
another
sweet.
girl here too, but I can't remember her.
Yeah.
It's been so long since we've seen her.
They love her too.
I'm just glad you're back today because
Laura.
I feel smarter over here than I do over there. It's not saying a lot, but I mean,
I love sitting over there with Steve. It's fun.
He loves it too.
Mm-hmm.
We have fun over here with all my friends.
I love y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Hey, get your butts over to watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. And also pick up some tickets. Come see us in Franklin, Tennessee, February 12th. And see us in Austin, Texas, Horseshoe Bay Resort, February 13th and 14th. Go to watchchad.com. We appreciate the support that you guys give us every single day. We love you. Be sure to tell your friends about the show and bring them on here. Some people, sometimes they need to see a white guy lose his freaking mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to chill. I took my blood pressure medicine.
I don't know. Some people like you to chill and others like when you go off.
I like when you get fired up.
I think you got to do both.
I annoy myself.
Well, no, it's good. We need that. Not for you to be annoyed, just for people to.
Yeah. Tracy Lawrence called me the other day. He goes, "Man, I love it when you get fired up."
He's coming.
Tracy.
Hey, he rescheduled his Billy Bob show.
Yeah. We're going to have a little private party with him.
Yeah.
Hanging out. Anyway, I love you guys. For everybody here at Studio 22, we'll see you tomorrow night. God bless you. Talk to you next time. Bye.